Right. So in the last class, we have discussed if block, if else if, and nested if using the relational operators. Now the same thing we are doing with the logical operators. Okay. The logical operators, there are three logical operators. One is a logical AND operator. We just specify with the ampersands, double ampersand. How can we execute AND operator? For this, all conditions should be valid. If all conditions are valid, then only it returns the true value. Next, OR operator means what? For this, at least one condition should be valid. And the third one is a NOT. This is logical NOT operator. It is just like an inverse. Inverse means if it is true, just it will make it false. If it is a false, just it will make it true. Just opposite. There are three logical operators. So what is the purpose of logical operators? First of all, these operators return true or false. It's the same one. True means 1, false means 0, 0. By validating multiple conditions. So nothing but more than one expression. If you see some of the examples, then you will get more clarity. How to write conditions? Let's say, check the age between 18 and 55. See, in the last class, what we have discussed, if the person can vote or not means what? If age is 18 plus, greater than or equals to 18, we can say that yes. Now here it is between, means age is greater than or equals to 18. But look at this, whenever it is more than 18 means 28, 38, 68, 70, 100 also will come. But rule is what? There is another limit that age should be less than or equals to 55. Age between 18 and 55. The second one is second one. So what is that second one? That number is a single digit number. The number is greater than or equals to 0 and less than or equals to 9, because single digit numbers from 0 to 9. Na? Let's say, for example, the number is 3-digit number. Same 2-digit number, 3-digit number. The number is between 3 digits means what? Starting from 100 and ending with the 999. Let's say, for example, the number is divisible by 3 and not divisible by 5. Check at a time. The number is divisible by 3 and the number is not divisible by 5. Got it? Now, come to that characters. For example, let's say the character is uppercase alphabet. Uppercase alphabet means what? Is between A to Z, capital A and capital Z. You can go with ASCII values also. But why? Because we don't use. It's hard to by heart the things. Why? Everyone will confuse what is 65, what is 90 if they don't know ASCII values. But it is very clear. Okay, is between. Let's say, for example, check the character is lowercase alphabet or not. It's the same one between a small a and small z. It's the same one. Say that character is digit Character is digit. So you must put in the single quotes. Look at this. The difference is single digit number 0 to 9. But this is number, integer. But character is digit. They have given characters. So single quotes you need to specify. Sir, is uppercase alphabet means what is okay? Capital A to capital Z. Lowercase alphabet means what is okay? Small a to small z. But if they ask whether it is a alphabet or not, character is alphabet. Alphabet means what? Either it is uppercase or it is a lowercase. Uppercase or lowercase, both we are checking. Okay, like this we need to write a logical operators. Now, you see the examples. So based on that, easily we can write multiple examples on this. Just we are writing that age between 18 and 55 or not. Okay, taking the age. Later we decide what is the age. No, sir, I will use a scanf function. Using that scanf, I want to read means what? Yes, you can read using the scanf. But it's between 18 and 55. If age is greater than or equals to 18 and less than or equals to 55, then simply we can say that yes, age between. Yes, between. Else, just printf, not between. So based on the value you mentioned here. Let's say 65, no, because condition false. Let's say 45, yes.
So,
No. Equality also we need to check. Equality, that is. Now, here it is. The next one is, let's say for example, check the character is uppercase or lowercase or digit or symbol. So when there are multiple cases are there, multiple cases, more than two means what? You can go with that if else if, that you know already. First, we need to take the character, whatever the character, but you must put it in single quotes. First representation is uppercase. If it is between capital A and capital Z, so that is uppercase alphabet. Else if is between small a and small z, it is lowercase alphabet. Else if is between 0 and 9. 0 and 9, yes, it is a digit. And remaining all are what? Symbols. Either it is an uppercase, let's say I'm just giving small g. First condition failing. Then it will come to that second one. Yes, it is between small a and small z. So it's a lowercase alphabet. If I giving 7, it's a digit. If I'm giving same question mark, if it is a symbol. So this is what simply to say the character is uppercase or lowercase or digit or symbol. The next one is, look at this. The student pass or fail. Only two options. No? Two options means what? If else we can go with. We are taking the marks. M1 subject marks, M2 subject marks, M3 subject marks we are taking, 3 marks we are taking. Let's say later we consider whatever the marks. But here it is a minimum score is what? Minimum 35 in each subject that student has to get. So we are writing condition. Pass means what? All subjects should pass. All subjects. In M1 should get minimum marks. And in M2 should get minimum marks. And in M3 should get minimum marks. In each subject, if the student get minimum marks, then we can say that yes, student pass. If not, the student failed. So now we decide the marks. Let's say in the first subject 67, in the second subject 78, but in the third subject only got 33. What will happen is the first condition is a true. Second condition is also true. But the third condition, M3 is a 33, is greater than or equal to 35 failed. So the output is what? False. False means what? Is a failed. Let's say in the third subject also got 63 marks. Yes. Student pass. Only just pass or fail. But the question is extended now. The problem statement is display student grade if pass in all subjects. Student pass or fail, okay. But now if student pass, don't print just pass. Don't print just pass. Check that. Give the grade for the student. Grade means what? Is a first class or second class or third class. Minimum 60% marks they got means what? Is a first class. Minimum greater than or equal to 50% is a second class. Remaining all are comes under third class. So we calculate the average marks. Average. Average means total number of subjects divided by, sum of the marks by number of subjects. Average. Here we are just giving simply if average is minimum 60%, yes, got the first class. Else if the average is minimum 50%, is got the second class. Remaining all are is a third class. Simply we are writing like this. Third class, average marks. Let's say is taking 43. Now if you run, student pass, but first class. Let's say this one is also, I just make it 58. Is a second class. Because of the average marks they got. So what is this? Is a nested if. Is a nested if. Nested if means what? Writing the block inside another block. Block inside another block, that is. Okay. Please do this. Type and check the output. So using the logical operators, so how we execute all the conditional statements we discussed. Now, there is a concept called loops. So first of all, we should know the difference between a block and loop. Block means if block, if else block and everything. Block executes only once if the condition is valid. If the condition is valid, it will execute only once. If it is invalid, it will not execute. But loop means loop executes repeatedly. How many times? As long as the condition is valid. Suppose If the condition valid for 10 times, that loop iterates 10 times. If the condition valid for infinite times, that loop executes infinite times. Here, mainly there are three loops. One is a for loop. Second one is a while loop. Third one is a do while loop. Mainly first two we need to understand. So then automatically you will get the third one. For loop, while loop, and do while loop. What is a for loop? For loop is called range-based loop. Range-based loop. We should know where to start, where to stop, and how much you need to increase or decrease. Step you should know. Let's say, for example, print 1 to 10 numbers. Print 1 to 10 numbers. Start is a 1, end is a 10. Step is increment 1 by 1, 1 by 1. Increase by 1. If you know exactly where to start, where to stop, and what is that step. While loop is called condition-based loop. Condition-based loop means what? The best example, let's say there is a text file. There is a text file. And so much text is there inside. Inside so much text is there. So the question is what? Read the file character by character. Read file character by character. Okay. But how many characters are there? How many characters? Will you count? No. We will not open and we will not count. Right? So we need to repeat the loop until end of the file reached. End of file reached. Only condition is required. Only condition. If the condition is valid, execute. If the condition is invalid, it will not execute. So, for loop is called range-based loop. While loop is called condition-based loop. If we don't know how many times you need to iterate while loop. If you know how many times you iterate is a for loop. So based on that, do while we will discuss at the end. Here, before going to understand the concept of loop, a few things we need to consider. Let's say x is a 5. I'm just increasing the x value by 1 plus 1. In how many ways? X is equal to x plus 1. You can go with this option. X plus is equal to 1. We can go with this option. X plus plus. You can go with this option. Any one you can choose. Which one we select automatically? Easy thing, we select this one. In the same way, let's say same x is equal to 5. I want to make it minus 1. Same story. X equals to x minus 1. X minus is equal to 1. X minus minus we use. Same, we select this option. We select this option. But here, when x is equal to 5, I want to increase the value by 3, consider. X is equal to x plus 3. X plus is equal to 3. X plus plus can we use? No. So either you go with this option or you can go with this option. either one increment or one decrement only, we can use these options. More than one means what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. You can go with any one of these options like this. Increment or decrement. Here, first of all, the easy way of understanding the for loop I'm explaining here. I just want to print the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So where to start? At 1 we need to start. Where to end? At 5 we need to end. How much is increasing? Every time plus 1 is increasing. Plus 1 starts with 1, ends with a 5, a very important one. Less than or equal to 5. All the previous values are lesser values. And every time is increasing by 1. I plus plus. I plus plus. Increasing by 1. Let's say is a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Starting with a 5. Ending with 1. And it is decreasing by 1 every time. Is a decreasing by 1. Look at this. I is equals to 5. I greater than or equals to 1. I minus minus. Is a starting value. Is a ending value. Is decreasing. Why greater than or equal to? Look at this. Previous values are greater values. 5 is greater than or equal to 1. 4, 3, 2, like this. Let's say is a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Starting value is a 2. I equals to 2. I less than or equal to 10. I plus is equal to 2. Why? Every time 2, 2, it is increasing. 2, 2. For example, here 10 or better. Okay. 50, 40, 30, 20 is a 10. I equal to 50. I greater than or equal to 10. I is equal to I minus 10. Because decreasing 10, 10 decreasing. 10, 10 decreasing. Okay. Just one sec. The first one, I just want to print 1 to 10 numbers. Print 1 to 10 numbers. Loop repeating. For, we already discussed that variables declaration on the top. I equals to 1. I less than or equals to 10. I plus plus. Printing that I value is printing 1 to 10. Sir, with the message I want to print means you know already. I equals to, let's say, or number equal to. So anything you can write here, not only I. Let's say if you write hello, hello will print. Right? So properly we are printing that I value. Then I value 1, I value 2, I value 3, like this. Got it? And in the same way, for example, I just want to print 10 to 1 numbers. 10 to 1. Reverse only. I starts with a 10. I greater than or equals to 1. I minus minus. Just printing that I value. Printing 1 to 10. And printing 10 to 1. Printing 1 to 10. And next one is a printing 10 to 1. That is. Okay. See, for example, consider I just want to print square values. Let's say percentage D, colon, again percentage D, I into I square. 1 square is 1, 2 square is a 4, 3 square is a 9, 4 square is a 16. Okay, or simply here I square is 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. Got it? Like this, we are finding the square values. Sir, here we fix 1 to 10 and 10 to 1. Okay. 1 to 10, 10 to 1. But here I'm taking n value. I'm taking n value. Here it is enter n value. Is like a limit scanner. Percentage the address of n. 1 to n. So 1 to n. N to 1. So n to 1 printing. N to 1. Let's say if n value is 6, I'm giving. Look at this. 1 to 6 printing. And next one is a 6 to 1 printing. Because we are taking n value. We are not fixing that outer value. End value. That is. See, for example, I just want to find sum of the first nm or better multiplication table for given number. Multiplication table for given number. That is. So first we ask enter table number. We are taking that one. So table is here. Suppose table, seventh table given. 7 into 1 equal to 7. 7 into 2 equals to 14. And so on. 7 into 10 equals to 70. How many times we have to repeat the loop? 7 times we have to repeat the loop. 10 times we have to repeat the loop, not 7. So, for loop, you have to repeat how many times? 10 times. I less than or equals to 10. I plus plus. I plus plus. See, every time format is very, very important. Look at this integer, multiplication, integer equals to integer. Integer, multiplication, integer equals to integer. In the first place, table number I, table number into I. Let's say, for example, table number is a 13. 13th table is printing. Any specified table will print automatically. Try this example, everyone. Here it is, we are just using only for loop and inside one statement we are writing. But now, for loop with a condition we are adding. Let's say it's the same 1 to 10 we are writing. Right. Here, 1 to 10 only we are printing. But I'm not printing each and every value. I'm printing only if the I value is divisible by 2. Normally, if you print each and every value, I value, it is printing 1 to 10. 1 to 10 it is printing. Okay. But now the question is what? I don't want to print all values, print on condition. If the number is divisible by 2, then only print that I with a clear message is even. Is it 1 is divisible? No. I value increase. 2 is divisible. 4 is divisible. 6 is divisible. 8 is divisible. 10 is divisible. So this is what printing 1 to 10 between even numbers. Let's say, sir, I don't want to print. I just want to count how many are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just want to count it. So just take count equals to 0. Then whenever you are finding that even number, you just increase the count value. Count plus plus. And simply printing that count is count. The count is a 5. Count is a 5. Here it is a simply total 5 are there. So count. Don't print count inside. I'll explain very clearly. Sweet. This is what counting. Third one is, sir, I don't want count. I want sum of even numbers like 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. How much? Take the sum variable. Every time that number you are adding to the sum. You can write like this also, that you know already. Sum plus I. Printing sum of even numbers is a sum print. See, program logic is almost same. Nothing but loop is the same. Next one is a condition is also same. Here, loop everywhere is the same. I'm not changing the loop. Condition is also everywhere is the same. I'm not changing the condition. But in the first program, we are printing every time. In the second program, we are counting. Once counting completed, printing the count. In the third program, we are finding their sum. So we are printing their sum. So this is print even numbers. This is count even numbers. And this is sum of even numbers. Sum of even numbers. Do this. Now, one example. So based on that, there's one more. Here it is. I'm just taking n is equals to 6. Taking one number. Not 6, just an example. I want to find out how many divisibles are there. So 6 is divisible with 1 or not, 2 or not, 3 or not, 4, 5, 6. Checking 6 is divisible with 1 or not. 6 is divisible with the 2 or not. With each number, we are checking. With each number, we are checking. We need to repeat the loop up to n times. Because if n value is 6, we should repeat up to 6. If n value is 60, we need to repeat up to 60. So repeat the loop up to n. Every time checking that 6 is divisible with 1 or not, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means n is divisible with I or not. Very important. N is divisible with I or not. N means 6. Is divisible with 1 or not. 6 is divisible with the 2 or not. 6 is divisible with the 3 or not, and so on. 6 is divisible with the 6 or not. Okay, this is the condition. And this is the loop repetition. And this is the n. For this is the logic is required. What is that logic? Simple. Finding the divisibles. Taking the n value. Any n value, later you decide. Repeating the loop n times. checking every time if n is divisible by I, simply we are saying that I is a factor. I is a factor to n. I is a factor to n. When you run this, I is a factor to n. N value is a 6. 1 is a factor to 6. 2 is a factor to 6. 3 is a factor to 6. 4 is a factor to 6. All the values. Got it? Right. Sir, I don't want to print how many factors. I just want to count how many factors are there. So we are taking the count. It's the same story. Count plus plus. So printing the factors count we are printing. For 6, how many factors are there? 4. Sir, suppose if I take 7. For 7, how many factors are there? Only 2. 1 and 7. Let's say, for example, it's 11. For 11, how many factors are there? Only 2. 1 and 11. 1 and 11. That is. Here simply we are saying that how many factors are there from 1 to 11? Only 2. Based on this, what is a prime number? The number has only 2 factors is called prime number. How many factors? Only 2 factors is called prime number. So instead of printing the count, checking if the count is 2, then it is called prime number. Else, it is not prime number. Is not prime number. When you run, it's a prime because it's 11. Let's say if it is 10, it's not prime. Okay, do this one. So now based on this, just one example we are writing. What is that? Check the number is perfect number or not. First of all, what is perfect number? Let's say if I'm taking same n value 6, and if you check the factors like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, except itself, remaining factors, how many are there? 1 is a factor, 2 is a factor, 3 is a factor. 4 and 5 are not factors. Only except itself remaining how many factors are there? Their sum 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equals to the same number, is equals to the given number. Given number, that is called perfect number. Perfect number means what? Sum of factors except itself is equals to the same number. Is equals to the same number is called perfect number. So do the small modifications here. Taking any number, we need to find the sum. But one more important point is no need to check with itself. So either n minus 1 or less than n, anything you can take. Because if it is 6, we should stop at 5 only. Don't check with the 6. If it is divisible, then we are saying that sum is equal to sum plus I. Sum plus I.
Sir, this we can also write as sum plus the quota every.
Yes. When sum and n both are equal, then we can say that it's a perfect number, else not a perfect number. When you are running the code, its perfect number is a 1. This is the 1. So these are the few examples using that for loop. And next one, to give the clarity, while loop also required. But before while loop, a few points, just what is the difference between break and continue? With a simple example first, then exactly, sir, where we use, I'll explain. What is the break statement? Break is used to break the entire loop execution. But continue means what? Is used to skip current iteration of the loop. Best example, I'm taking printing 1 to 10. I equals to 1, I less than or equals to 10, I plus plus. I'm just printing the I value. Printing the I. 1 to 10 printing. But the question is, sir, when I value is 5, I just want to break it. Look at this. Whenever I value is a 5, so I value 1, condition fail, print 1. I value 2, condition fail. I value 3, condition fail. 4. When I value 5, yes. Is it true? Let's say it's not a break, it's a continue. Same code, so that easily you will understand. When you run this, look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, only 5 is missing. Particular iteration will skip. Let's say, for example, I equals to 8 also I want to skip. See, 5 and 8 skip. Okay, do this one. So where we use a break statement means what? First one, in conditional statements only, we discussed if block, if else block, if else if block, nested if block. But one more conditional statement is there, that is the switch case. That is the switch case. Here, now, switch case means let's take one character and we are asking to enter character. Clearly, we are providing what are the characters they can enter. Let's say I'm giving 3 options, RGB you can enter. Any one of these characters. So they will enter and we are taking that input. Taking that input because switch means what? We are writing cases, predefined cases based on the character they enter. How many cases? We ask them to enter any one of these 3 characters now. Let's say case R is a red color. Red color. Let's say case G is a green color. Suppose green color. Let's say case B is a blue color. It's a blue color. In case if it is other than RGB, it's a other color. We are taking like this. Like if else if block only. But what is the difference means what? Here random execution. If you enter G, directly it will jump to that particular case and how many statements you define in that case will execute. But here the problem is, look at this. When you are giving this R, it will start with R case, but all other cases executing. If it is G, here it is a green, but all other cases executing. If it is B, starting with the blue and all other cases are executing. Got it? Here, after every case, you need to write a break statement. In switch, each case should break using the break statement. Now, if you give G, it will execute only that green color. Particular case statements execute and it will come out of that one. That is the switch case. And now, where is that another place we use the break statement? That is, we discussed for loop. Now we are discussing the while loop. Look at this. We already discussed clearly. Look at this. I'm taking two variables. Consider. I'm reading two numbers. Print, enter a value into A I'm taking. Enter B value. Okay. And into B we are taking. Just adding them and printing them. Simply their sum is A plus B printed. Sir, how many times this code gets executed? Only one time this code gets executed. How many times? One time. Let's say I'm giving 12 and 30. Sum is a 25. Code execution successful. Is executed how many times? Only one time the code executed. Just one time. Got it? For example, sir, I want to execute this code three times. Three times. So what we do? We know exact number of repetitions. Na? So three times I am repeating the loop. Three times I am repeating the loop. So this logic repeats how many times? Three times. If you see the code, look at this. 10, 20, 30. 20, 30, 50. 30, 40, 70. How many times it is repeated? Three times. How many times? Three times it is repeated. When we know exact number of repetitions, is executed. Got it? Now, sir, if we go for like a ATM center. In ATM center, first one iteration will happen. After completion of one iteration, one transaction, it will ask, do you want to perform another transaction? Do you want to perform another transaction? So it will take your option, yes or no. Na. If it is yes, second transaction will continue. If it is no, it will stop and it is returning the card to you. Yes or no? That is what while loop on condition. While one. Sir, what is one? In C language, 0 is the false. Except 0, 1, any other value is a true value. Negative value also, -3 is also true value. But we use only 0 and 1. Only 0 and 1. So first what will happen? Sir, how many times this will execute? Infinite times, because there is no stop. Condition is always true. So let's say It is ATM transaction. It will go inside and first time it will execute. First time. Once it is completed, then we ask clearly, do you stop? Press 0 or to stop clearly. Press 0. Press 0 to continue. To continue, press 1. We are giving like this. We are taking the choice. Choice. If the choice is 0, then we should stop. How to stop? Break it. How to stop? Break it. Now observe how the code gets executed. First, condition true, it go inside, enter a value, 12 and 13. Look at the output, sum is a 25. To stop, press 0. To continue, press 1. I want to continue, so press 1. Again is asking 32 and 34. To stop, press 0. To continue, press 1. Again, I want to continue. So 56, 89. To stop 0, yes, I want to stop. Then terminate. Then what? Terminate. That is. See, in this case, first time also it will check the condition. If it is a do while loop, a small modification. So first one is do. You can directly enter. One time at least you need to complete. Then here break not required. Do while the choice is not equal to 0. If it is 0, it will stop automatically. It's easy compared to that. Do means even though the condition falls, because it will not check condition. First directly enter and at least once it will execute. Now is asking if choice is 0, if choice is 1, yes, 1 not equal to 0, no, it will repeat. Same output you will get. Let's say 12 and 23. To continue, press 1, yes, 1. Again is a 4 and 7. To stop 0, yes, 0, then stop. It's easy to work with the do while loop also. Only simple difference. If they ask what is the difference between a while and do while, theory usually you can understand. Check the condition and execute the code. Do while means what? First execute the code, then check the condition for next iteration. Is the simple difference between a while loop as well as a do while loop. While loop and a do while loop. That's the simple thing. Hope you got it. This is the way. So for loop, so while loop as well as a do while loop we are writing. These are the things.